Welcome to Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
Cause this is Sports Life Talk.
hey,
You
hey.
rock it with Sports Life Talk.
Life Talk.
Hot topics with Sports Life Talk.
Come on.
So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Here we go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown all podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Miss Manhattan. Gemini Jones holds the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. Younited Surge and B Jones, the mouth of the South. From the cover athlete to the yeet of the week, we got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets, from copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pour you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin.
Let's go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are y'all doing today, SLT Nation? Welcome back to Sports Life Talk. We are back at it, live and in color. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B Jones. I'm rocking with 3 of the other podcast Rangers. We had to change it from Power Rangers to Podcast Rangers. Got a nasty letter in the mail talking about some character rights, but we're going to keep with the Podcast Rangers. It is June the 2nd, and tonight we have episode 96 coming your way. Cortez Kennedy is our cover athlete, and the title is Tez. But before we get started, I can't do it alone, right? So I got to, reach out and touch somebody. I got my crew here with me. We got Miss 𝐿𝐴𝐬𝐿 in the building. How you doing, 𝐿𝐴𝐬𝐿?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back. And the sun was out today in Dallas. So everything's great. Life's great.
Is it 𝐿𝐴𝐬𝐿?
No, kimchi.
Well, what is 𝐿𝐴𝐬𝐿?
It's some type of like pickled something on.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I was almost for certain. I wasn't going to call you a Asian side dish, but an Asian condiment. But I was under the impression that that's what kimchi was. So
yeah, that's what it is. But kimchi, it just flows. So that's what I just went with today.
Now, my guy, Mr. Younited, the concert maker, the hit maker, he bringing y'all so much stuff. He told us backstage he got some stuff coming y'all way. I'm not going to spoil that for my guy. But Mr. Younited in the building. How you doing today, sir?
What's good, man? Hey, you said you can't do it by yourself. I think you could do it by yourself.
Man, I wish, bro. I tell you what, it wouldn't look as good if I didn't have 𝐿𝐴𝐬𝐿, right?
That's
and
true.
it wouldn't be as intelligent if I didn't have you. And I just wouldn't be all pouty and serious. It wouldn't be as serious if I didn't have KT, right? So, you ain't like that one. He ain't like that one. Look, he all stole it. Man, that's my brother, though. That's my boy. That's my road dog. That's my tag team partner. How you doing today, KT? I think he might be froze up with the.
No, my bad.
Okay.
I was
gonna crack on you too. I was gonna crack on you too.
Hey, we got my man Surge. We got Kim. Finally, she's used up all her PTO, so she really has.
Oh snap! I forgot to say that.
Not quite. I haven't used. I got 2 more days left.
So wait, let me ask you this question. Is it done? Is you done? Is you ready?
No, I'm not done yet. I was just telling KT off air. So for those that haven't been watching, like I'm working on something, outside of the podcast, and it's like a special project. And I think I'm gonna make an announcement probably in August. So y'all stay tuned.
We gotta wait that long. August is a long way away.
Yeah, you gotta perfect the craft, and you gotta make sure it's good before you just release it.
Wait a minute. I try to introduce Kev, and Kev go back and introduce y'all again. What's going on, Kev? How you doing, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐳 Turner? Timmy Turner?
I'm good, man. I was just trying to bring up the fact that she says she has 2 more days of PTO. I don't know where they came from unless she from one of us. But it's all good.
I'm gonna call human resources.
No, my attorney's already involved and said they got this. So
hey, Kev, with this new meet
12. I forgot she's 12.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, cool beans, man. So tonight we're gonna celebrate the life and times of famous Hall of Fame defensive tackle Cortez Kennedy, which he's just be honest with y'all, was one of my favorites. I grew up a big Cortez Kennedy fan, gave me the faith and I wanted to go out there and be a defensive lineman just like him, which I wasn't quite Cortez Kennedy-ish, but I raised hell a little bit. But this ain't about me. So which one of y'all do you got it, 𝐿𝐴𝐬? You got to read from Mr. Cortez Kennedy?
I got it tonight, and it's super short. So
right.
I hope that you're ready for me to throw the ball right back at you.
I'm ready. So, I'm ready, Freddie.
All right. So Cortez Kennedy played his entire 11-year career with the Seattle Seahawks and was the 1992 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. The 7-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. So with it being so short, B, I know that means that your trivia is extra hard tonight.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I actually checked out Cortez Kennedy Wikipedia page because it was just one of those things. I was a young guy when Cortez was really in his prime. I remember going back to his days at Miami, won 2 national champions. But I didn't even realize Cortez Kennedy was like the 3rd pick in that 1990 draft, and he played all 11 years. It was real sad to see that he lost his life. And due to a heart attack, man, at the age of 48. So it was a real sad story at the end. We don't keep up with some of those guys like that, but man, Cortez was a beast on the field. And anybody who watched football and kind of those that 90 to 2000 era, hey, Cortez blessed you. He gave you some good defensive line play. So my question for a Sports Life Talk t-shirt, the first one to visit our website at sportslifetalk.com and get this question correct will be awarded a Sports Life Talk t-shirt. So here we go. Cortez was actually the 2nd full-time Seahawk player awarded to Hall of Fame status, okay? But since he was awarded, there have been other players that came along and be full-time Seahawk players that's been elected to the Hall of Fame. I want you guys to give me the name of the other 2 players that had 10-plus year tenures stints with the Seahawks and to be named and elected to the NFL Hall of Fame. And Girl Chat Sports, Melissa, you cannot answer this one. All right, Mel, you excluded everybody else. Hey, Mel, we'll send you a t-shirt anyway. But be the first one to go to our website, get that question correct. I'll say it again for y'all. Who are the other 2 players to be named to the Hall of Fame and have 10-year stints as a Seattle Seahawk? All right, let's do some life goals. Let's talk a little bit about some big people doing big things and the up and coming athletes, coaches, and businesses. I'll turn it over to you, Kev.
All right, so on the I want to say what's today? The 4th?
Today's the 2nd.
Okay, like the 4th.
Oh,
that's the day he get out of school. That's his last day of school is the 4th. That's why he wishing it was the 4th.
Good grief, you wouldn't know. All right, so we got Coach Scott. She's middle school. She's a high school coach in Florida. Then we have Coach 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐿 Jenkins. She's a coach at Texas State. And when I tell you that these ladies both have a wonderful story, but Coach Jenkins, at the age of she was in high school when she was diagnosed with cancer. So she was trying to play basketball and go through all of this all at the same time. So please go and check her story out. I want to say that Coach Scott is Sunday and she is the Thursday. But it's going to be next week, both of them. So please go check that out.
So that's how you got next athletes of the week, KT?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That's dope. And I'm telling you right now, that 𝐥𝐢𝐿 Jenkins, Coach Jenkins going to bring you to tears, flat out. It's a great story. And Coach Scott, just to kind of throw something, she kind of pays homage to John Thompson with her coaching style. So her story is pretty dope as well, a former player that, of course, moved into the coaching ranks. And somebody got us a local business. Who got that?
So I got the local business. I guess I'm the only one that goes outside between me and Pam, seems like.
COVID.
Pretty much.
So this weekend I stopped by, it's this spot called Benny's Bagels, and it's in Lakewood. If y'all are unfamiliar with the area, it's near White Rock. So it's like it's a hole in the wall here in Dallas, and y'all, it is so good. The bagels are like homemade, and you can either get them with cream cheese, or if you prefer like bacon, egg, and cheese, or sausage, egg, and cheese, whatever your preference is. So it's owned by somebody that's in Dallas, and I'm actually friends with one of their cousins, which is crazy. So if y'all are ever in the Dallas area or ever in the White Rock Lake area, it's right in there, and it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
And the coffee, they have like Southern Pecan. They had this Southern Pecan coffee. Y'all, it was so bomb.
Okay, so before we move on, can I do like a quick business shout out? A quick one?
Yeah, do it.
I guess you can do a quick business shout out.
I'm just glad you're here, KD. How long were you with us?
I know that's where she been. International travel all over Dallas, eating bagels and Southern Pecan coffee.
Yeah. All right. So my cousin Camille Lucas has written her first book. It is called Immersed in Love. You can find this book on Amazon. It's $10, y'all. So if y'all don't mind, go and show my family, my true family. It's not just somebody I'm like, hey, that's my cousin. This is actually my cousin on my mother's side, Camille Lucas. Please go and show her some love. We will post the link on our Instagram page. I did have it at the bottom of this, but I'm having internet problems, so I had to get up out of here. So it's gone. If I go back, I may not be able to come back, But yeah, so Immersed in Love.
Hold it up.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
What is the book about, Kev?
All right. It is a new year, and Kara Peoples has decided that this year is going to be different. After a difficult breakup, she is determined to seize her next chapter of life. With the new goal of Spanish fluency, she has found herself in Panama for a week of immersion. Little does she know that when she meets her classmate, Daniel Newman, she might find herself immersed in more than just the language. So Immersed in Love by Camille Lucas.
Hey, that's the first official book in the Sports Life Talk book club. Kev just gave us that first hit.
$10, y'all. So,
hey, and I'm gonna tell you, Kevin, your reading voice was pretty nice. You need to do that whole Audible thing, man. You need to audition for Audible, bro. I almost dozed off a little bit. It was very soothing, very warm and relaxing.
Wait, so the whole point is for you to actually keep listening, not to go to sleep, right? So you're trying to take a
No, it depends on what kind of
I'm saying you got an Audible voice. You need to go read and make you some money with Audible.
There's different categories for voices in Audible.
Yeah, and I got the ad. I got the ad where you can audition. So I'll send you that after the show.
There it is.
Look at that partnership and work.
Just let them know you need to be on the show Wednesday nights, and then you're good to go, man.
Yeah.
All right, Kate.
I'll let them know.
Surge, you got a business? I'm pretty sure since everybody else didn't have a business,
not this week, man. But
no cousins dropping novels.
I like the book thing. I'm gonna definitely have to bring something up next week, so y'all gonna like it.
Okay, you got a book for the book club?
For the book club, I got it next week. I got it.
Hey, y'all mess around. We might have a real book club going.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna force me to read, man. Take me a little while to get through a book. Well, I'm gonna need more than a week, Serge. I'm gonna need to do like one book per month.
All right, and it cannot involve anything Louisiana related.
Yeah, no.
All sports. All sports. If it involves sports, I'll probably read it straight through.
Yeah, I got a southern vampire book right now that I'm currently reading too. So
Vampire.
Southern vampire. I wonder what type of novel that is. All right. All right, KD. Well, tell us about your book, and you can also give us the drink of the week.
All right. So it is a new month, y'all. I cannot believe that we are already in June. It is insane, like how fast.
Gemini season. Yeah,
and Gemini season. We're missing the other twin to the Gemini tonight. So I chose a rum because it is Pam and Serge's birthday month, and I feel like y'all should both be doing like some type of tropical birthday like big event. So I'm choosing rum so that way we can do the all the little fruity drinks, all the fun drinks, since Pam's a lightweight and rum is kind of like a lightweight liquor sometimes.
Now I'm gonna tell you straight up, rum is my favorite liquor. I don't drink a lot, but if I'm drinking rum, I guess it don't matter. Malibu, Captain Morgan, it don't matter. I'm not like a high level. There is one though. I don't know why I can't think of the name of this rum. It was very expensive and it was delicious though. I'm gonna have that name for you, but I'm down with whatever liquor you got, whatever one you chose.
Well, it's all the rum. So whatever rum is your favorite, just get it and make a drink this month, the whole month of June, y'all. So tonight it is pineapple mango rum punch. Rum punches are the best, y'all. It consists of pineapple mango juice, white rum, Malibu rum, triple sec, sparkling water or 7-Up. So you basically just mix all the ingredients together and just pour it over the rocks, and then you got your drink. So super simple, super easy, super tasty. If you are not real into like the sugariness of it, just cut back on your juice. So the toast of the week is going to Simona Di Silvestro and Beth Peretta. They made history at the Indy 500. The team is driven, run, and staffed by women. They earned the qualifying positions on the grid. So Silvestro mentioned to go from seeing women in different sectors throughout the years to a whole team that is focused to women forward with the opportunity in every single part of the team is groundbreaking. So cheers to them tonight. Cheers, cheers. Y'all got drinks tonight? Y'all, where's y'all's water at?
Always. Where's y'all's water at?
Different next week. There ain't gonna be no water in this. Tell you that right now.
You go get loose, KT?
Dude, after Friday, it's on
after the 4th?
Yes, after the 4th.
Yeah.
You gonna act a dog with it.
I don't know about all that, but yeah. I may be dog it.
May the June 4th be with you.
Hey, well, I'm gonna definitely make that drink, KD. I'll bring me one next week as well because like I said, I love rum punches. So shout out to you for picking such a.
I guess next week I'll have I guess I don't have any rum, but I'll have a drink since it'll be my birthday on Thursday. So.
Oh yeah, sir, you got to drink with us, man. You got to have a drink with us.
Right.
I have to send y'all some of the little Malibu rum. You know that, like I say, that's a lightweight rum. So
wow, take shots. Whoa. What's the hard rum? I'm drinking hard rum.
I don't know what a hard rum. I would say one of those dark, maybe even the spiced rums. Or the Jamaican rums, I think those are stronger. So if y'all have any recommendations, y'all let me know because I do want to try some rum this month.
Yeah, y'all leave it in the comments for us. Let us know. Let us know. All right, here we go. I think it's time, y'all. We actually get to talk some sports here for a minute. Y'all ready to kick this thing off?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So the NBA playoffs are here, and it seems like every year we get great stories. And what is a great story without a superhero? And for every superhero, of course, there are villains. All right, Rangers, podcast Rangers. Give us your superhero comparison to an NBA player or team and tell us why. And then also, who is the villain? You know what? Surge, you seem like you're anxious, so I will start with you, sir. Who do you got?
So for my hero, I'm gonna obviously go with LeBron. He's Iron Man. It's almost like you really don't need an explanation for him, but my reason is obviously he's been making the playoffs outside of the one season where he had an injury so many years consecutively. Up until now, he's never lost a series in the first round. He's obviously gone to 10 out of the last 11 NBA finals. So just for those reasons and things that nobody else has done, and then also he holds the all-time record for most consecutive games in double digits with, I believe it's like 980 something. It's way beyond even what Michael Jordan did. So for that, he's Iron Man. And then for the villain, it was actually a teammate of his last year. It's Dwight Howard, and I got him as the Joker because he's always up to something, leading the league in text, even though you're coming off the bench, getting suspended. Yeah, he jokes around and kids around. He doesn't take things seriously, but he also, while he's in the game, just causes havoc and stuff like that for the opponent, and sometimes even your own team. So I got Dwight Howard as the Joker for me.
Man, Surge is Dwight Howard, because let's just be real, Embiid is done. They not saying it, but a meniscus tear is pretty bad. I'd be surprised if he was able to make it back in 30 days, just to be quite frank.
For sure.
So is the Sixers dead? Is it done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Y'all say a prayer for the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. KT. Who you got, man?
Okay, so my superhero is the NBA because it's the playoffs, right? This is the best part of the year. This is what we've been waiting on. The regular season really didn't count into the playoff games. So the NBA is the superhero. So I'm going to call them David Dunn. If you watch a movie, Glass. All right?
All right. Okay. All right.
The supervillains are actually Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid because I think their bodies are made of glass.
I like that.
They are always getting hurt. If Embiid stays healthy, Philly is the only chance we have for a team to beat
the Nets.
I don't think Milwaukee can do it, but I think Philly has a shot.
They can. Milwaukee can.
You think Milwaukee can?
Yeah, I think they can.
I think Milwaukee can too, but it's not likely. I mean, I think they can, about 2%, maybe 5%.
Yeah, and another reason they're the villains is because it just hurts the NBA. It waters down the product when the Lakers, LeBron is about to get beat in the first round for the first time ever against the Phoenix Suns. If they had AD who actually played like he should, they should beat him. It shouldn't be like an easy win, but I think Phoenix is about to close this out. So that's my superhero, and those are my villains.
All right.
I like it.
Kimchi.
So mine is super, super basic, but I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook. He is how do y'all say it? The vigilante.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Westbrook.
And so I would say that he's Batman, and then the fans are the villains. So, and y'all, I don't know. I guess it's the world, the people, but the fans are a little off the chain this season. So y'all stay tuned because I'm going to talk more about it in the Manhattan Project.
All right.
There's definitely a couple of screws loose out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I prepared one as well, and I'm gonna go with a little off the beaten path group of superheroes, and they are called the Defenders. I am comparing the Defenders of Luke Cage, Danny Rand, which is the Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Matt Murdock as Daredevil to the New York Knickerbockers. And I'm giving Julius Randle, Luke Cage. The Iron Fist is going to the J.R. Barrett, R.J. Barrett. I am giving Matt Murdock, the Daredevil, to Derrick Rose. And coming off the bench, they got a little underdog, Tyrese Maxey. That boy, he like they Jessica Jones. But this is where we gonna have some fun with it. They super villain is no other than Trae Young. He is the Green Goblin. The Goblin is out there just raising pure hell with all kind of tricks up his sleeve. And I mean, he has been a one-man show, just doing everything he possibly can. And he's been having a whole lot of fun with it. So I'm going with the Defenders of New York Knicks and the Green Goblin.
I like that. That's perfect.
All right, cool beans. So you teased us a little bit. It sounded like we got some sports we need to talk about in the Manhattan Project. I'll throw it back to you, Kimchi. Let's keep this party rolling.
Yes. So, like I say, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's been taking place in the fan section of all these NBA playoff games. So my question is, like, how do you protect the players? So I'm sure everybody pretty much knows. So Russell Westbrook with the somebody threw down some popcorn. And what was so crazy, y'all, it took that whole crowd of people that he was walking back to the locker room with to hold him back. Like the whole entire crowd. Trae Young gets spit on. I didn't see the video to this. I just heard about it. And then Kyrie Irving gets a water bottle thrown at him. So, and like with these players, you can't. So I heard that one of the fans got banned from the stadium. But how do you get banned if there's really no way that they're let into the place? Like they don't check IDs, you don't swipe anything. B Jones can buy the dude tickets and he can get into the stadium. So how, like,
Man,
how
I ain't buying them cats no tickets. They running on the floor and all that. They crazy.
Yeah. So how is he banned? And then also, how do you protect these players? Or I don't know, like, just what are y'all's thoughts on all of this?
Who wants to go first?
Why don't you go first, Serge? Kick it
off. I think, it's just like anything that happens in society outside of, a sporting event or whatever. Just, I think, I say that, if you want to see something stop from happening or not happening as often, you got to make the punishment extremely severe. That is the only way to get to the bottom of it. Obviously, yeah, banning the fan, taking their season tickets away. If they're not season ticket holders, banning them from the arena. Ideally, I think it should be banning them from all arenas for any sporting event, so that they know that, if they go once and, obviously they're not currently doing any facial recognition stuff or anything like that. Maybe that's something they could do down the line. Who knows? But that's a lot of technology and money that'll cost that. But I think if you can put some kind of misdemeanor / felony or something that'll actually go on your record, because at the end of the day, it comes across as potentially to an assault and battery when you start doing things or throwing things. And so I think if you really attach something that can come up on your, background check, is actually something that actually takes real effect and also monetary. Like I can maybe, if I'm a fan and I just get my, 5 seconds of fame and I got my name out there and people know who I am and my face. Okay, if I don't ever go to a game, fine. Like going, I can either disguise myself one day and go to the game, or hey, the fan experience, even sitting at home and watching it, is great. But if I got to go pay $5,000, $10,000, or I got to sit in jail for a week, or I got to do community service, those are things that people don't want to sign up for. So I think if you make the penalty severe, and where every fan, every time you purchase a ticket, you're signing a disclaimer, it's got to be something of that severity for. Otherwise, we are going to see some things like this happen, and it's not going to hit the, as they say, the crap hits the fan when something actually happens bad, like it did back in 2004 in Detroit, Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you straight up. And this is why we hadn't got syndicated yet, and we ain't got no sponsors, because what I'm about to say is the truth. I don't go out and talk trash to nobody and start a fight in the parking lot at Walmart. Why? Because I've seen plenty of videos of folks getting their ass knocked out at Walmart in the parking lot. So it's going to take you need that fan who threw something at Russell Westbrook. They said, you, sir, come on down to the middle of the floor. Westbrook, y'all gonna square up right there in the middle of the court. Let them do what they do. Because once somebody see one of them fans get their ass beat, they ain't gonna want no part of that no more. See, right now they hiding under this veil of I'm in the crowd. It's 10,000 of us. It's only one of them, and they think that that these security guards gonna protect them. And like Serge mentioned, in 2004 or whenever the Malice at the Palace happened, it wasn't enough security guards to protect that cat. He ate one, and from that point on, we was all on notice. But then time wore down, and now people just need a subtle reminder of what will happen to you if you mess with somebody out in the streets. Because J.R. Smith, he taught somebody, he two-pieced somebody straight up over messing with his car. There's been some other incidences of athletes who've done stuff out there in the street. But the bottom line is people are going to keep doing crazy stuff until they see the example of somebody getting a very ill-fated ending. And then they're going to be like, you know what? That probably wasn't the best idea. Because
you think they do it with the intent of knowing that these players could get suspended, or like
no, they do it with the intent to get clicks, to get people to likes, to get some people. Negative attention is good intention, and those people clearly don't have anything to look forward to. And I mean, old boy might have been old boy who at the Celtics game who threw the water bottle. His was probably an emotional reaction. I don't think he thought about it like, at the end of this game, I'm going to throw this at Kyrie Irving walking through the tunnel. He saw Kyrie Irving stomp on the thing, and he was like, F Kyrie, I'm big and bad, I'm going to do something. And he threw it out there and got caught live on national television. Camera's going to catch everything. Mm-hmm. But the other guy who threw the popcorn and the guy that ran on the floor, the dude that spit at Trae Young, all that was premeditated. All of that was, if this dude get close enough to me, I'm going to spit over somebody. And shame on you, 50 Cent. And yeah, I'm saying it from the confines of my house because I don't want no smoke with 50 Cent. But hey, shame on 50 Cent for letting the man spit over his girl. I would have been upset about that situation. Like, bro, what are you doing? I know you paid a lot of money for your ticket, but I'm sitting in front row with my girl and you spitting over us, fam? What's going on in your head?
Yeah, I agree with you on the 50 Cent thing too. And I think, stuff like this has been happening for a very long time. Obviously, the only difference now is everything's caught on camera. Even if it's not somebody's personal camera, there's enough even TV cameras all around the arena that it's going to catch what's, and they got all kinds of different angles. They're going to catch your face. They're going to know like what you were doing prior to, if you were drinking. But even though none of that should have any cause for extenuating the circumstances, but I just think that it's getting to the point where, people are doing it because they know the consequences for themselves isn't as bad as the consequences for the player. So it's a playoff series. If the guy gets upset and he walks into the stands, that's an automatic suspension. Even if he doesn't touch the guy, more than likely it's going to be a suspension just because. And so that's going to give his team that he's rooting for an advantage in the next game because, hey, this guy got suspended. Right. And we're gonna win. And if I have something to do with potentially the outcome of the next game, man, you know how much people are going to talk about me for throwing something, but the fans of our team, some people are going to be like, hey, I respect that guy because he took one for us. You know what I mean? And so it's just a bad precedent. Like I said, I just think that you got to be able to nip it in the bud, and the only way to do that is, creating the penalties to be so severe that they literally would be risking potentially their job, a future job opportunity, because it's showing up on your background check that you were inebriated or not, you decided to do something against an athlete just because you felt like, hey, I paid $200 for these tickets and I have the right to do whatever I feel like to an opponent from another team.
Man, let's just be real. I saw a highlight video of a dude at a baseball game. I mean, he straight up fade to black on another fan. Those guys, a fan on fan action need to be held at anytime you go to a public venue, decide to drink and put your hands or throw something or spit on somebody, the consequences should be severe. We can't have that. We can't have it. I should be able to go to a game, root for my team. Even if I don't like it, I should be able to boo and talk trash to the players on the court without putting my hands on them or doing anything to create a shitstorm, for lack of better words, man. And so they gotta. I'm with you. I'm talking $30,000. Bump the lifetime ban because, like you said, if they ain't got no facial recognition, if the FBI ain't serving people to go up in the stadium, you put on one of them Groucho Marx, the glasses with the little beard, with the mustache. Yes, you can put on one of them and get in the stadium, man. So that's all smoking and no.
Let me say this because I know I had to go internet problems, but I'm back now. I look pretty good now. All the fake outrage over Kyrie stomping on that logo. Can we stop with that? I understand it's kind of like
it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, but here's KG talking about he's disrespecting that. This is a dude who said something about somebody's mother who passed, said that Lala smelled like Honey Nut Cheerios, and then he called Charlie Villanueva a cancer patient. So he talking about disrespect. Let's stop with all that.
Yeah, well, first off, I absolutely love it. I 100% love it. The NBA has created a bunch of cream puffs, and I like the fact that these players are doing some fouling. I like the fact that what's 99? Jay Crowder, the beast, is getting at LeBron. They having some headbutting. I like that kind of crap because it shows me that these guys are playing for emotion. They're playing with emotions. My problem for the long standing with the NBA is that I felt like the regular season didn't matter. I felt like you would turn a game on a normal Wednesday night or a Thursday night. They players resting. The intensity don't ratchet up until 6 minutes left in the game, and it's a 4 or 5 point game, and then you can finally get some real basketball being played. But These guys playing with a chip on their shoulder. I love Trae Young talking trash to the New York fans. It's part of the game. It creates rivalries. I remember when Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks was a thing in the choke. And I remember the Detroit Bad Boys and the Chicago Bulls going back and forth. And that stuff to me was legendary.
Yeah,
and
I guess for me, like I'm looking at, I don't care about what KG had to say. Now, if Jason Tatum came out and said that, well, Marcus Smart came out and said that, because those are guys who are playing the other team.
Yeah, they can actually
going against Curry. KG saying something, you just sitting on the sidelines, you're not doing anything, and you don't have anything to back it up with, because you should do the same exact thing. So don't come at me with that. But if Marcus Smart is like, hey, we don't respect that, whether he used to play here or not, Kyrie, whether he used to play or not, there's no difference between that and what T.O. did when he went to the the Star and did that whole thing. And
that's
somebody
right.
Was it Darren Woodson or somebody came and tackled him, right? So
yeah, he got hit.
It was Teague.
Yeah, it's just a Teague, right? Yes. So it doesn't matter, but it's in the confines of the players who are actually playing against him, who are going against him in the competition, should be the one to say things to escalate, just like Trae Young is going against pretty much all the Knicks fans. You got Capella talking crap about, Julius Randle and D Rose, like I'm too old for that crap, whatever, right? So those are great things to develop rivalries and to get something else, to get the game to be physical. The fans get even louder because of that intensity that's brewing between games and between series. Those are all vital things that help elevate the game and the popularity, obviously.
Listen, Surge, when the New England Patriots were putting up 30 and 40 plus points on teams, and I mean it wasn't even close. They'd be playing Miami and Buffalo, and these games it was 47-7, and Bill Belichick was still kicking field goals and running the offense. I remember back then I had to hear it from somebody old head, and he said, listen, stop belly aching and just stop it. They all NBA players. If you don't like Kyrie Irving for stepping on the logo, you go toast him. You go heat him up for 40 points the next game. You go defend him. You go foul him. You do what you got to do.
Foul him. Get kicked out. Who cares, right?
Hey, play the game, but stop getting emotional. If you don't like what Trae Young is doing, defend him. Stop him from beating you with buzzer beaters. I mean, it's just that simple. Y'all all grown men. Stop that crying, man.
I say when it with the fans, you're getting upset at the opponent. You need to get upset at your own team for not playing defense on those guys and stopping them. Do those guys. Don't throw things at the opponent. Throw things at your own player if you want to for not doing what you feel
Absolutely.
Like. You guys
Absolutely.
Win. You guys aren't showing up to play. So,
but low key, I heard Boston is one of the most racist cities out there. So he might have had his own personal reasons.
Philly, I mean,
Denver. Is it Denver is it Utah or Denver that's on the map too?
Utah.
One of them real bad. Yep. Kev, you get last word, sir.
I already said what I had to say, man.
All right, KB.
All right. So I really didn't expect it to go that long. So shout out to y'all for liking the subject and putting in y'all's 2 cents. So last week, I had, even though I wasn't here, I was still watching the shows the last 2 weeks. And I had mentioned a show for y'all to watch, not for like the crew to watch. And that's Mare of the Easttown. So it's a show on HBO Max. And if y'all are into mystery, I definitely recommend y'all watching it because it is so good. It's like the best mystery show ever in your life that you will ever watch.
How many episodes?
It's only 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah,
1
7
hour episodes.
Yes,
50-minute episodes, I guess.
Yeah,
Surge.
I think it varies. I think it varies between like 40 minutes to a little over an hour. So yeah, it's so worth it. It's so good, and it's just like a mini series. So I don't think there's gonna be like a season 1 or anything. Okay. So yeah,
classic Who Done It.
Check it out.
Hey, classic Who Done It.
Right?
Yep.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Hey, 𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐿 lost herself in this role. I was looking at the characters and I didn't even know who she was. I mean, it's that real. Really? Everything about it feels real.
Yeah.
It is so far my favorite show of 2021.
Yeah.
Easttown did that, fam.
Can you put in the comments what it is again? Because Zoe just asked.
There it is. Somebody, KD Damage, just put it in. You can highlight that, Kev. Mare of Easttown.
Yeah, me and my wife just got done watching Your Honor. And
Your Honor was good too. Your Honor was good too, man.
It was a good show.
Oh yes, Your Honor is good. I forgot about Your Honor.
So there's going to be a season 2.
No,
apparently.
it can't be.
Oh, for Your Honor?
Yeah, there's a couple of people that are kind of throwing it out there that there's a good chance.
I wonder where they're going to go with that, man.
Yeah, I think they said that was just a one and done season.
Man, that is like one of the saddest shows ever. That was a tough watch.
Irony.
That was a tough. Yeah. My stress was through a roof. Every one of them shows. I dreaded watching. I was like, God, dog, let me go and watch this next episode. That was a hard watch. KD, what else you got? Are you gonna give us you gonna bless us with another TV show? Or we gonna hold off?
No,
we gonna wait on something?
I know last episode y'all talked about agreeing on something of y'all's own. So look, y'all just let me know and I'm gonna watch it.
No, we're gonna watch
it's your segment.
Right. You just mentioned the Mayor of Easttown or whatever.
I've already seen that one.
Or whatever. We're gonna watch that. I'll watch it this weekend.
Okay, Surge, you gotta watch it. We'll talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good. So I guess Mayor of the Easttown. So y'all look forward to that. And it's so good, I'll watch it again. So yeah. I
ain't gonna lie, it's fire.
We'll have episode 1 ready for next week.
Yes. All right, so that's all I got for the Manhattan Project. Thank y'all.
All right, Surge, Power Surge. It's your moment to shine. The lightning round. I'll turn it over to you, sir.
All right. Yes, so we are continuing the tradition from last week. We're doing the top 30 players currently in the NBA, regardless of age. We did 26 through 30 last week. We had a couple of similar players, it's like I was telling, the guys on the show last week, it's actually a lot harder to pick, the guys later in the list than it is at the top, 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, because there are just so many good, great, talented players in the league that it's really tough to pick, but that's why we're here and to give our opinions on what we believe are the players who deserve based on our viewership of watching NBA basketball, who deserves to be in this list. So with that being said, KT, who is your 21 through 25 players currently playing in the NBA?
Okay, so it was tough, and I had to do this last minute because I've been busy all day. But I'm going to go with Kristaps Porzingis. I'm going to go Tobias Harris.
Who?
Tobias Harris.
Okay, just stop. Just get your stuff.
If you just let me finish, I'll explain everything later.
Jesus.
Julius Randle, De'Aaron Fox, and Nikola Vucevic. Now, listen, don't grade me on this one. What I'm going to do this weekend, I'm going to go back. I'm going to fix my whole 10. I said I did this like maybe 15 minutes before we came on. I was trying to get it done, so don't hold me to it. But just for the show, I wanted to be prepared. So critique me next week.
Yeah, because that was awful. I don't
know.
Bruh, Kristaps is not even sniffing the top 40 right now.
I'm just going off here in the playoffs. I just try to put somebody on there, B. Jones. So just
I think that's why I said it was an awful list. It's okay. We still love you. Come back next week. Better. Hey, we'll talk about that next week, man. Because you just gave me the laugh.
Yeah, I needed. I mean, school's not even out. You're already on that good stuff, I guess.
Well, just as Porzingis, y'all didn't have a problem with the other ones, right? Okay, all right.
I'm just messing with you, man. All right, so like Kevin said, I last week I didn't realize how I tried to work my way downward. Right, I tried to start at 30 and kind of go down, and I screwed my total list up. So whoever I had last week, pushed them up 4 or 5 spots. Because I'm gonna start. My list is gonna be long because I got 28 Chris Middleton, 27 Bam Adebayo, 26 Rudy Gobert. Then we get to number 25. I got Karl Anthony Towns. Number 24, I mentioned him earlier, the Green Goblin and Trae Young. Number 23, Chris Paul. Number 22, Russell Westbrook, and number 21, Benjamin Simmons. Okay. And I promise you, the rest of my top 20 is deadly. So I don't know how y'all squeezing some of these cats in there because, man, my top 20 is fatal.
Yeah,
I may have one person in there y'all can argue about.
Yeah, I definitely didn't. Even when I did by 26 through 30 last week, I did not have Zach LaVine on there. I obviously didn't have Porzingis on there because man, it's just tough. It's like it just goes to show how many great players are in the league.
It is a lot of great players, sir.
So with my list at 25, I got Russell Westbrook. It was just really tough for me to put him in, anything beyond 25. Obviously, like I think he's still a great player, obviously averaging a triple-double, but, he picks and chooses, I guess, as far as impacting on the game, and shooting percentages and three-point percentage and free throw percentage and lack of defense, I feel like kind of does affect him and dropping him down compared to he used to be a top 8 player for so many years. 24, I got Rudy Gobert, obviously multiple-time defensive player of the year, might even win it again this year. 23, I got Jimmy Butler, obviously a great two-way player. Typically this spot would probably go to Klay Thompson, but since he's currently not been playing the last 2 years, I've given it to Jimmy Butler. 22, I got Karl Anthony Towns. I feel like he's a very underrated player, obviously because of playing in Minnesota. He doesn't get the shine or the love that some of the other top guys get, but when it comes to overall talent, offense, defense, skill set, basically, almost as a great version of Anthony Davis, but just probably a tier below. Karl Anthony Towns is up there for me, and then 21, I got Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is just lights out scorer. Obviously, barely got edged out by Steph Curry for winning the scoring title this year. Guy can go put up 40 on any given night. And if he didn't have Russell Westbrook on the team, he probably would average darn near 40 points every night. He's been very consistent, even with playing with John Wall and transitioning over to playing with Russell Westbrook. So that's my 21 through 25. And like B. Jones said, the 20, it's like you literally put number 18 probably at like number 4. If you really, you can start making arguments for, why certain guys who are on the bottom of our list really could be on a top 3 of somebody else's list, because that's how deep our league is. And so that's why it's great to pretty much watch any playoff game, just knowing that there's always going to be at least one, potentially even up to 2, stars or superstars in the making on the court at any given time. So that's my list right there. Go ahead.
Give us your 5 one more time. Go quick through them. I just want to hear them one more time.
Westbrook, Gobert, Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, and Bradley Beal.
Man, I can't wait to hear yours. If you got Butler and Beal in 22 through 25, and Kevin, give us your 20. Give us your 5 again, Kevin.
I will not do that. You can suck it, sir. Let's move on.
Look, just run the show back and you can listen.
I want his 5 again so I can have a good laugh.
Since we're on the NBA topic, obviously, talking about the players and stuff, regardless if a guy is on this list or not, who do you guys feel like, just so far, whether they make it to the second round or not, who's probably increased their stock the most as far as just overall? Like, man, they went from a 28 to 21 in a week.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, Surge. It's funny you mentioned that, because I don't have a person right now at the top of my tongue, except maybe a Ja Morant, because I actually put Ja Morant in my bottom 5. And honestly, after seeing him play in this playoff, I know he doesn't have a lot of tools around him, a lot of weapons around him that's winning games, but that dude is, he's the future. And I could easily see us having the same conversation a year from now and Morant being in that 15 to 20 group without even batting an eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also think I've over-penalized players like Jamal Murray. And also, like, I got Julius Randle coming up in the next couple of episodes, and that was kind of a pre-playoff positioning. Right? Julius Randle has kind of deteriorated a little bit on me, but I can't move him back some. And I actually called you out last weekend because you had him at 28. And I was like, Julius Randle, this guy's an MVP candidate, but I can see how emotionally we're having some recency bias by seeing these guys play out in front of us. In the same eye, I remember texting you a week and a half ago, like, how was Dame Lillard not considered a top 6 or 7 player? And I'm gonna recognize him as such. But even after the loss last night, Dame Lillard is easily a top 5 to 7 player.
Easy.
So you see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of my list is recency bias. I mean, it is what it is. But I only player I can think of off the top of my head that has really elevated their perception is Ja Morant. That he has arrived. He is the face.
Man, it's Damian Lillard, man.
But see, we already kind of respect him.
No, but he doesn't get the respect that he truly deserves. This dude went 55, shot 17 or 24, shot over 70%,
12-3
lost. Now I hate that this guy is
only one turnover.
Yeah, he's so loyal to Portland because if he had that performance in LA or in New York,
oh my God,
people would not stop talking about that. So Dame, we give him his props, but we got to take that up a level, man.
I'm gonna give credit to Benjamin Simmons too, man. He is a player that I kind of slowly. Oh, you know another one, Jason Tatum. It was tough for me to find a home for Jason Tatum on this list, man, because Tatum a monster. And every time I get the opportunity to sit down and watch Tatum, I'm more and more just in love with his overall game. Yeah, that dude is real. So we're gonna have some good conversations in the next couple of weeks where we put some of these guys.
And to piggyback off that, the dude just literally turned 23 and dropped 50 on KD. I mean, like, I was like, they're going to get swept. And he came out there and dropped 50 and said, we're at least winning one game. Yep. And for me, I'm probably going to go with Trae Young because I feel like
Trae Young is another one.
The first 2 years, it was like Steph Curry 2.0, shooting a lot of deep threes. Well, this year, he kind of toned that down, making more plays, looking for his teammates, trying to make his teammates better, and picking his spots on when to score. And clearly that's elevated the team because they got to the 5 seed. They're about to, quote unquote, upset the 4 seed in the Knicks. And it's him. I mean, he's the youngest player since, I think, LeBron to average 25 and 10, in his first playoff series. So I think he's definitely elevated his stock. And going into next year, regardless of where they end up finishing this year, he'll start moving up the rankings, just like Ja Morant as well on the West. So they're probably on the one in the West, one in the East. Young guys, helping carry the league with Zion and Luka, Tatum. I mean, we could keep going on and on.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. This is an excellent.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
With, 16 through 20. So
16 through 20.
KT's going to be extra ready. So
KT, you owe us 16 to 25.
Now I'm gonna do my whole list over. I tell you, I've been rushing, man.
No, but you're gonna report us back 16 through 25 next week. Make sure you give us all 10
next week. You better stay off my back, pimping. Let's move on.
I'm going to put Derek in my list.
Hey, KD, I don't want to assume you ain't got 5 players for us, do you?
I don't.
Oh, let me guess. Russell Westbrook, and Drake.
Hey, I was trying not to mention Drake at all this episode, but thank you, B. Jones.
I was trying not to mention LSU Tigers. Go Tigers! All right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you love it, KT.
Benjamin Simmons.
cut me my show check, KT.
Look, I think it's funny though that me and you talked briefly, I think sometime this week or last week about some basketball players, and you literally named all of them tonight.
I'm always talking. All right, well let's do the drop. Let's sneak this through and try to get through it this pretty quickly.
I had a little mini story, but I'm gonna skip it. So for the new music this week, it was nothing really like super popping. DMX dropped Exodus, Juice WRLD dropped Goodbye and Good Riddance, and Fire and Little Africa. So Fire and Little Africa is pretty dope. They talk about, what is it called? The Black Wall Street. So the big thing that happened in Tulsa. So it pretty much just tells you
Black people being massacred.
Yes. It pretty much tells you like the story behind it, people's feels and vibes. So if y'all haven't listened, I definitely recommend y'all listening. I didn't get to finish it, but I plan on going back and going through the whole thing.
Okay.
All right. Well, good one. And Kev, I know you feeling the coach's
As
groove.
usual.
I need a body roll. Nobody's body roll, and that's why I needed a Gemini here.
Yeah.
Here's your body
There it
roll.
is.
You need
Here's your
Jimmy.
Y'all may recognize these lyrics. I know you see me on the video,
True.
me on the radio.
True.
Still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriends mention. He's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week.
Hey.
I put a rush on you. I had to let you know that I got a crush
on you. Yeah.
So, Coach's Groove this week, Little Kim featuring Lil C's Crush on You.
Yes. You know what I don't understand about that song is why is it Lil Kim's song, but she doesn't do much on it?
Nah, it's all Lil C's. It's like she let him have it. But it's a different version where she raps more on it. It's like two different versions.
Okay. You'll have to send me the version that she raps more on it. But yeah, that's the jam.
And next week, try to release some songs, KD, that's from people that's still alive. DMX and Juice WRLD have both left us.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a slow week, man. People don't want to release music during Memorial Weekend, right? It's not a good week to release music.
All right, Kev. We're taking it back today with the sneaker. We got a very, very simple drop, but my folks who know me know that I am a Air Max fan. And this week we got the Nike Air Max 97 Puerto Rico. Shout out to my cousin D, who just went and visited Puerto Rico. So this shoe might be a little bit of a token and a momentum to pay homage to his trip and the time that he had out there. But as you can see, the Puerto Rican flag is at the top. This almost kind of reminds me of the original 97 that came out, the colorway that was silver with the red. It's just as adding that navy blue trim to it. So it's a nice little package. Like I said, I love 97s. I know some people don't like them, but this is probably between this and the Air Max 1s, my favorite shoe. I like these shoes better than I like J's. So anytime a pair of 97s come out, I'm going to try to add them to the collection. So retail price is going to be $180. I mean, so you pretty much up there with the big boys you're paying, but they are super, 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 super comfortable. And this is one of those shoes. It might sell out, but more realistically, you can get 97s anytime. They make squillions of them, and you'll be able to go cop these at any time. So it's not just like a dire need. So it's time for us to go around the horn. KD, I will start with you, Kim Chi. You copping? Boom. Kev, what you say, sir? Is that a thumb up? Moving to the all right. We 2 out of 3. Hey, Younited. What you say, sir?
All right, it's nice, man. It's fresh.
We clean sweeped them with the 97. I might have to do some more 97s. I wish Pam was here because she probably find a reason to hate on them. She don't like any of the shoes. Pam just want them
split personality.
Nah, she want them Yeezy. Y'all seen them new Yeezy Jesus pieces with the I'm gonna send y'all a pic to the group. It is probably the ugliest pair of shoes I've ever seen in my life, and they probably gonna be sold for like $500. It probably will sell out instantly. So.
Yep. That's true.
All right, cool. Let's go to the OT. Kev, can we get 5 minutes to run through this OT?
Do your thing, Pippin.
All right, quickly. Going around the room. Surge, where do you see Julio Jones playing next season?
New England Patriots.
Kev.
New England Patriots.
I'm gonna go San Francisco 49ers. All right. Kevin, are you going to give
KD?
KD, you got an opinion? My bad. Sometimes I sleep on KD because she don't talk sports all the time with us.
Okay, so this one I do have most of the.
All right, what do you think?
Most of the OT I got an opinion on. So for this one, it would have been nice. I know you said real quick, but I'm gonna put my 2 cents in on this.
Go ahead. Hey, it's the floor is yours. Go ahead, honey. Take a chance.
It would have been nice to have his fine in Dallas, but I think I see him over with the Titans.
Okay.
I like that move. And AJ Brown is making a run for him too.
He's probably gonna end up in Seattle, so that'll be mean.
Hey, Seattle is another one. You say Seattle, KT?
Yeah, that's what they've been saying, so I'm gonna go with that. I wasn't really prepared for that one, even though I put the question on there.
You Googled it real quick?
No, I just remember what they were saying. That
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you, bro. All right, fellas. and ladies. Are we going to give Dak Prescott a mulligan if he struggles this season? I'll start with you, KT.
No, he's been paid like the quarterback he wanted to be. I know he's injured, but he got a ball.
Surge.
Absolutely not. He got paid, like KT said, and he's already came out and said he'll be 100% ready to go. So, no, you don't get no breaks.
Kimchi.
I don't know, y'all. I think he's going to get a break again.
It's kind of tough for me to say you give any NFL player a break. He's got too many weapons around him. I'm not even going to talk about the money. The fact of the matter is that he has weapons around him. But my problem with the Dallas Cowboys has never been the offense. It has 100% been the fact that you can't stop a common cold. And so I'm going to give Dak a mulligan if he could put up Dak type numbers and they still take L's. That's not on him. And that's the beautiful part about the NFL.
Yeah, of course, if he's playing good, then yeah.
Yeah, but he has not shown me anything unless he would have to regress. So, all right. Do we care from our mental health? We've seen Naomi Osaka have some issues this week. She withdrew from the French Open. So, as fans, do we care if athletes speak or don't speak at post and pre-press conferences? Kimchi, since you got some value add today, what do you think?
Yeah, I say no. I don't think it matters. And I think it's stupid that she got fined for not wanting to speak to. It's insane. So I'm glad that she just withdrew completely. Shout out to her.
Surge.
I definitely, I don't really care about the pre-game. I would like to see, obviously, athletes speak post-game, but could I live without it? Sure, because at the end of the day, the game is all that truly, truly matters. But if obviously certain athletes have issues going on and they don't feel comfortable answering questions, I'm completely okay with them not doing it.
KT.
Instead of them finding her, why couldn't they just say, hey, we're going to try to help you. We know you're going through something mentally. We're going to try to help you. Because I guarantee if this was Federer or Nadal, they wouldn't have got fined.
So let me ask y'all, let me change the question a little bit because I'm a huge Naomi Osaka fan. If she wouldn't have said it was mental health, let's just hypothetically say she loses. Let's take Naomi out of the whole equation. Let's just say a player loses and they are frustrated. They feel like they got robbed. The NFL, Sean Payton goes there after they steal the Super Bowl, the opportunity for us to go to the Super Bowl against the Rams. Do we care about that press conference? Should he have been forced to go up there and say something even though he's upset and mad as hell?
No.
Well, yeah.
I think yes, but he has the right to, once he gets up there and says, like, hey, this is how I feel. I'm not taking any questions. I'm leaving. And that's that. And so that's it.
But is it necessary to have to say that if you feel that way?
Well, this is what I'm going to say. The fans pay the bills. Let's not forget that at the end of the day, we are the reason that they are being paid an enormous amount of money. Now, with that being said, just because we pay to see them play, it does not give us the right to pry into their social lives and their business. I've never understood the entitlement that fans have to think that they owe us something other than outstanding play on the field. I can understand these networks and these media publications needing to get quotes. So they need content to keep, because they are promoting the sport, and so that we as fans can enjoy it and entertain it and get another side of the game. I will say this. No one should be forced to. It should be, first off, voluntary. And out of all those players on those rosters, you should be able to find someone that's willing to talk to the media, even if it's a coach that's not as involved. And if you are going to say, hey, we need the absolute best player who, even if they lost, they're not feeling it, to come up there and speak, it should not be immediately after a game. I saw a boxing match, and the boxing match, the dude was in a fight. He got hit pretty hard. They was like, hey, out of good spirits, we're not going to make the loser of this fight come up here and do a press conference. We need him to go. He took a really hard punch. He needs to go to medical and need to see. We don't know what these guys are going through mentally and physically after these games and in these press conferences. So you know what? If we want to hear what Dame Lillard got to say about the loss, or we want to hear what Sean Payton have to say, we can talk to him tomorrow morning. Let's let these people sleep. Let the stress reduce. Let the situation wear off until they can have a good, clean, conscious thought about how they feel.
Okay, so with that said, really quick, now I agree with everything you said, B. Jones. There's no disagreement there. But when you want to use the media for like a good thing that you're doing, you see what I'm saying? It's kind of slippery slope. So you don't want to talk to us when you're mad. But when you're doing good things out there in the neighborhood to get your name out there, then you want to use us. It has to be
yeah, but let's just be real. The moment they harass T.O., the media are some nasty sons of bees too.
Okay,
they are some nasty individuals. So when they want a story, they go get a story. And so it can become borderline harassment. And we are in an era in which mental health needs to be protected, and we need to start talking. I remember growing up, and it was somebody was kind of crazy. People in our community say, "Oh, that person, they just in a bad mood. Don't worry about them. That kid just acting out. Just keep your head straight. Don't pay them no attention and keep walking." Meanwhile, that person is sitting over there with bipolar disorder or something that's mental health that's plaguing them and that they can't control. And now we're starting to see the Kellen Winslows, the Darren Sharpers. It was funny. I had the same conversation about these guys who've been doing crazy stuff in their post career and in their career. Even the kid Delonte West. These guys can sometimes be sick, the Aaron Hernandezes, and we just brush it over. No, we need to take into consideration of how they feeling emotional. And I get what you're saying, Kev. It's a difference between a tantrum and somebody really truly going through. Do we really need to know exactly what he felt 10 minutes after he came off the floor? Do I really care? He lost. At the end of the day, there's nothing he can tell me. You missed the shot, you missed the shot. You dropped the ball, you dropped the ball. How can you explain that to me any better?
Yeah, I think with Osaka, her thing was it didn't matter if she was winning, losing. She felt like different reporters are asking her questions that it's like she has to get the same answers to. So it's kind of like it's pointless for me to do this press conference because I'm pretty much answering, you're just wording it differently, but I'm pretty much giving you the same answers. Then, even if she won, there was probably moments throughout the match where she felt like, stressed, and she came back and won, and she doesn't have time to decompress that stress that she just went through. And so now you're asking me to answer questions that I have the answers to. It just, my mind isn't fully recovered to come out and just answer those questions. So I think we have to take it for the context of what it is, because there is part of it that it does help the branding of the sport, the athlete, and everything like that as well. So on the flip side is like KT said, if you want to bring awareness to something and you use the media to get it out there, well, then you should also understand why people feel like, hey, you should also, do this, because everybody knows that this is something you sign up for. Now you should be able to have a publicist or somebody that represents your team where you go to them and say like, hey, typically after the Lakers lose or they win, typically the coach talks, LeBron talks, Anthony Davis talks. Okay, you know what? Today, LeBron came and told this person, hey, I don't feel like talking today. I'm just going to go get treatment and start getting my treatment done. And it's just going to be the coach and Anthony Davis. And you know what? Maybe 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 steps in and he takes.
There you go. Somebody else could come and speak.
Right. So if it's okay, then yes. But I think if there's an obligation, because if you sign a contract like the NBA guy, that's why Kyrie was getting, fined a few times for not being there even before the game, and he ended up obviously paying those fines. But I think we got to look at each scenario for its own merit.
And I'm gonna say this before we get off the subject. KD, damn it, you are absolutely right. I was just about to bring up the fact that Naomi is carrying more weight than just her performance on the court. Naomi has made it clear in appearance since April of last year that she was going to be about Black Lives Matter by wearing these masks. She was given the Yeet of the Week, and we know that what she's doing is more than just carrying the weight of a 7-pound tennis racket or whatever it is, 3-pound tennis racket. She's carrying the weight of the world right now. So French Open, Tennis Players Association, whoever you are, cut her some slack. Get real. We don't need to hear what she has to say that bad. All right, man, I'm going to keep my yeet pretty quick. I'm going to save the yeet I have for next week, and I'm just going to have a little fun with it. Saw a viral video this week of a young lady who, in the perils of stress, her dogs, which seemed like she had about 6 or 7 dogs out there, got into an altercation with a bear and the bear cubs. Now, we all know how crazy a mama bear could be. One of the dogs got hit, boom, ran off. The bear snatched up her smallest of the dogs and was about to move away and start walking away with the dog because he had found him a snack. And she, out of nowhere, blazed into the scene and confronted the brown bear right there on the spot, pushing him. She dropped the dog and she grabbed the dog and ran off. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, that's just it's lighthearted, it's fun, but to me, that was a dead dog, y'all. I would have went down to the pound and got another one, but this young lady who I don't even know her name, she made me laugh, she made me smile, and for that, you deserve a yeet.
Hey, DJ, I'd have been like, hey, damn, Toto.
Yeah, Toto would be right.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I would have been like, we lost. I would have been hitting on the wall. No, let her go. Let her go.
Oh my God. No, I think she was dog sitting. I think that's why she saved them. She didn't want anything to happen to somebody else's dog. Like, how are you going to explain that?
Bear snatcher.
Very easily. You saw the brown bear. We got it on camera. Look, there it is. There the brown bear. And he snatched up the puppy. That's all it is to it. I can't do nothing for you. You want a refund? You want your $17 back?
No.
I watched the dog for 30 minutes though, so I'm gonna keep that point. I'm gonna keep that first hour of payment. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up with the 2-minute warning. All right, Kev, who you got, man? Who you want to send some shout outs, send some love to?
I don't have any shout outs. Just, hey, everybody just stay safe and do your thing, and thank you for rocking with us.
I'm so glad school is out. Oh, thank goodness. My.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Surge, who you got, man? Any shout outs?
I didn't want to call anybody individually, but I want to give a shout out to like 5 of my friends, including, I guess 6, including myself. All the other my friends who are having babies in the next 4 to 5 months. Congratulations on most of them are having their first. So welcome to parenthood when that time comes, and all prayers sent you guys' way for safe baby.
Wow.
You part of a club, man.
You know, the baby club.
All right, KD, who you got?
I'm gonna shout out to Pam. Her son's graduating this weekend and having a huge celebration. And then, of course, there's always a part 2 to my shout out. So shout out to all the teachers, all the schools. This year was crazy dealing with the pandemic. Y'all did an amazing job. And now it's the end of the school year and y'all should just turn up, but be safe out there because it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mine quick. I want to send a shout out and a prayer to my grandfather. He unfortunately had to undergo a surgery to amputate his foot. It has really shaked the fabric of my cousins and I. It's been hard on us. He means so much to us as the patriarch of our family. So I just want to send a shout out to him, tell him I love him so much. And on a lighter note, I want to send a shout out to the fans. We are eclipsing crazy numbers. We are starting. I think we over 500 subscribers on YouTube. We got over, I think, about 1750 on IG. And I know y'all don't remember this, but a year ago, we all stood on this thing and was praying for 500 followers. You remember that? We did a whole video thanking the followers for 500 about a year ago. So it's coming. It's happening, and I promise y'all, it's some good news coming our way, and that's good for you as the fans, because we're gonna keep providing y'all some good quality content. Don't forget to subscribe. And Kev has been preaching this since day one. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Next week is bring a friend to work. Bring a friend to work next week. We want everybody to bring a friend, and we're gonna do a daily double or something like that. And don't forget, we got episode 100 coming. We're gonna have to play some games or have a fun time for that as well. Ask Sports Life Talk. So keep it moving, keep it following. Anybody got something else to say before I sign us off?
Nope. Now let's get it out.
All right, cool. We love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe, and y'all take care of one another. We will see y'all again next week.
Bye, y'all.
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a John in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe. She clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist. When I get it, you already know the vibe. It's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in them in the yo until the AM, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she wanna vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippe's. Big dogs since a gin, know I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. For a boy named girl, funny how the two mix. So I got them upside, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on it. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying in no Gucci or Prada. That shit my man, and it's proof for her, solid. Dripped and finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand, I designed it. Whole gang got a wrist spring, cause I iced it. No name in my domain, I'm the nicest. Game, know I used to dream of the diamond. Two bad things I'm in between like a hyphen. When I pull up to the